Endorsing Vermin Supreme, Part 2, because I couldn't keep the boot on my head any longer. Hello everyone, I'm Bobtheorc and welcome to New Snark, where tonight I'll be talking about how both of our political parties and most of our politicians completely suck. Yes, that's right, you heard me, I think everybody sucks. I am tired of dumb people running everything. And that's really what it is. We have the dumbest people running our country because they have the big money donors behind them because they're dumb and easily manipulated and they'll do what they're told. That's basically it. Much like in third world countries, the oligarchs run everything, and as we're starting to learn, rich oligarchs, we have them here in America too, our tech giants and our Koch brothers and George Soros and all the boogeymen, Bill Gates and Zuckerberg and all these yahoos. They've got a lot of political influence and they donate millions of dollars, all the big industry people, defense contractors, big pharma, big bankers. I mean, you name it. I mean, it's out there. And we all know that the donor class runs the show because why else would politicians do things that benefit big business and screw the little guy every single time? And so, yeah, I'm endorsing Vermin Supreme because at least he gives a damn. And, I don't necessarily agree with all of his politics, but it doesn't matter because I'd rather have somebody throw a firebomb in the whole political system and just rock the boat. And frankly, if you ever hear Vermin Supreme talk, seriously, I know he jokes around a lot, but when you hear him talk seriously, he actually cares about people. So that's why I've got his back. Now, is he going to win? No, he's not going to win. I mean, everybody knows that. He'll outlast a bunch of politicians just because he's running a very lean, mean, efficient online campaign. And so he's not going to drop out of the race. But nobody actually expects him to win. But the whole point is that our political system sucks. It's run by the wealthy and connected, as have most political systems in most countries for all of human civilization. People often ask me what my politics are, and I try to avoid talking about it because I mostly just say bad things on the internet and people don't like my views. But essentially, my political opinion lays at the crossroads of eat your vegetables and stay off my lawn. I want you to make good decisions, and I want you to leave me alone because I'm tired of dumb people ruining everybody's fun. I don't like all these stupid wars. They're pointless. They get people killed for no reason. But all the same rich people seem to keep making money every time, even though we haven't really won a war since like World War II. You have all these politicians saying, "Oh, I support business. I'm the pro-business candidate." But when you look at them, they only support big business. Walmart doesn't need any more money. Google doesn't need any more money. They're doing fine. How about you specifically support small businesses, the small companies with less than 50 employees? There's a lot of small manufacturing companies out there that are struggling. There's a lot of small retailers that are struggling. There's a lot of just small businesses in general. And small businesses employ the vast majority of the United States. We could be friendly to small-time farmers. Instead, you have, in Pennsylvania, they're raiding Amos, an Amish farmer, because God forbid he's Amish and wants you guys to leave him the hell alone while he does Amish things. What, did he piss off some big agriculture company? You have people just screwing with the little guy, all these regulations and taxes and all this stuff where they write in loopholes for big companies. And it's not fair. And most people don't like it. Everybody knows they're getting screwed. They just don't know quite how. And the whole political system's designed to make us all hate each other and fight each other so that we're too busy arguing with each other that we don't realize that we're all getting screwed by the same people. Why is it that Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush all had the same financial donors? Mitt Romney and Barack Obama had the same financial donors. Hell, I bet W and Gore had the same financial donors because the big Wall Street guys donate to both sides. Hell, Trump even talked about how he used to donate to both sides back when he was in business before he got involved in politics. Everybody does it. And now, a lot of people think I'm some far-right extremist because I correctly point out that most of the accusations against Trump are total bullshit. Here's a newsflash. Most accusations against most everybody is total bullshit. It's just true. And if you're a celebrity, if you're rich and famous, then just multiply that by 10. You get lots of bullshit coming at you. I'm sure that a lot of these people try to extort money out of Trump because he's rich. Hell, I have people try to extort money out of me because they think I'm rich. I know people in my life, good friends of mine, who crazy women have tried to extort money out of them because they had a good job at the time and they want a free ride. No, this shit happens to everybody. It's just anything with Trump, he just turns it up to 11 because, he doesn't know how to shut up. But I'm sure all of this stuff is bullshit. Whenever I hear an accusation against anybody, doesn't matter if it's Trump or Michael Jackson or Bill Gates or anybody, I just assume it's bullshit. Because most of the time, it's bullshit. And so why should we listen to any of that? I think that people should just be left alone to live how they want. That's the whole idea of America. I mean, yeah, I know our founding fathers weren't perfect. They had some good ideas and they were flawed people. And, there's a lot of baggage that we have to deal with. But the idea that we have God-given inalienable rights that pre-existed before the country did, and then the Constitution protects these rights. The First Amendment doesn't give us the right to speak our mind. We, as sentient beings, have the right to speak our mind, and the First Amendment says that the government will not screw with our ability to speak our mind, because we don't want to be a fascist, authoritarian, or communist country. The Second Amendment says we have the right to defend ourselves. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Go look at any of Mark Smith's stuff on Four Boxes Diner. He very clearly points it out in a recent video. Shall not be infringed is very specific. It's like, but the militia. We are the militia. The armed American population, the 100 million pissed off gun-owning people who say, you're not going to invade our country. That's why Yamamoto said, we don't want to invade America. It'd be suicide. The right to not have your crap searched through. We have the right to private property, to personal property. And the government doesn't have the right to go search our stuff. They don't have the right to take our stuff without due process. Sure, there's a legal system that's supposed to be fair. We know it's not, but it's supposed to be. And there's supposed to be due process to where they shouldn't be able to get secret FISA warrants to go spy on us. But they do. Nothing's perfect. And maybe we can fix it someday. But we have these rights naturally. Now, does that make me a conservative because I think that the Constitution's good? Well, last I checked, liberals think the Constitution's good too. In fact, most people that I've talked to around the world all think, wow, you Americans, you have your Constitution, and it's pretty fucking awesome. I like the Constitution. Yeah, sure, I know that we had some problems in the past, and we have problems now, and we'll deal with it, because the idea is to create a more perfect union. The Founding Fathers knew that we weren't perfect. They wanted to make a more perfect union, as in better than it was previously. And the Constitution has ways to make amendments so we can continue to make a more perfect union. None of this executive order crap or judicial system ruling from the bench. That's all BS. So I think you should live how you want. And I don't think we should let these wedge issues divide us. I don't care if abortion's murder. Do what you want with your kids. If you want to kill your kid, that's on you. That's between you and God. I don't care enough. I'm tired of the big problems. Yes, abortion's bad. Yes, oppressing gays or blacks or whatever, that's all bad. Sure, that's bad. We all agree there's a lot of bad things that we need to sort out. However, large foreign wars that kill millions of people over my adult lifetime, or running up trillions and tens of trillions of dollars in debt that we're never going to pay off. Everybody knows we're never going to pay it off. They just keep on printing money because, everybody knows we'll never pay it off, but America's good for it. I promise. I really, really promise. No, nobody believes that. We're screwed. We gotta sort our shit out. And the only way we're going to ever pay off our debt is to grow the economy so that eventually our economy is growing at a faster rate than the debt's increasing, because these politicians are going to never stop spending money because they are beholden to the donor class and not to us, we the people. I think that you should let parents do whatever they want with their kids, but obviously pedophiles should be fed to the wood chipper. I think everybody can agree on that. I like my guns. I wish I hadn't lost them in a tragic boating accident. It's very sad. But I think everybody should be able to have a gun. You know, and I think that I really think that whatever we have right now as our government, I just want less of it. I don't want to be fucked with. I want to run my business. I want to travel the world. I want to make snarky videos. I want to take my friends out. I want to actually not have to struggle because all of my tax dollars get wasted. I don't think that's too much to ask, and I don't think that's a liberal or conservative point of view. That's an American point of view. Our country was founded on the idea that we didn't want to pay taxes to the British because screw the British. You know, we'll toss your tea in the harbor. We can make our own damn tea. Speaking of tea, here's to you, British, the tea that I did not pay you taxes for. So, the important thing is we need independent voices that are not beholden to the big political machine. And make no mistake, the big political machine is running things, and they're not beholden to you or me or anybody that doesn't have billions of dollars to feed into the system. It's the same here. It's the same in Europe. And there's not going to be an easy fix. We're going to have to untangle things a little bit here, a little bit there, and you start at your local elections. I don't give a damn who the president is right now. I care more about who's going to be my mayor, who's going to be my city councilman, who's going to be my state representative, my governor. That's a lot more impactful on my life, and I have more direct control over that. Because I can walk into the mayor's office and say, hey, I don't like that thing you did. I'm not going to go to Washington, D.C. and yell at the president, end up in the D.C. gulag with all the J6 people. Hell, it's like 1,500 miles away. I'll go yell at Tom Cole, who's my congressman, and be like, hey, go yell at those assholes in Washington and tell them to quit wasting my money. Because his office is here in town. I can go yell at him. And that's why we have a representative government. That's why we're a republic and not a direct democracy, because I don't have time to drive to D.C., and I don't want to get like full body cavity search just because I'm getting on an airplane because some guy tried to put a bomb in his underpants once. So I'm going to go leave that to my representative because I'm busy doing my thing. But I want my representative to be competent. And, you know, so far, you know, we'll see. You know, and we have good representatives here in the city, and we have bad representatives. And the bad ones we yell at, and the good ones we praise, right? The more decentralized your government is, the more direct control you have over your life. Because we don't want big decisions being made far away. That's what they tried doing in communist China. And, like 100 million people died because they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Whereas if it's decentralized, if they do something dumb in California, go home. That was a bad idea. That didn't work. Then we can try something different here in Oklahoma. Or if they do something dumb in New York and they wreck the place, I can be like, I love New York, but New York doesn't love me, so I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to a different state where things aren't as screwed up. So, like I said, my politics are eat your vegetables and stay off my lawn, make good decisions and leave me the hell alone. And frankly, I think most people feel that way. Most people don't want bad things done in their name. Most people don't want to pay a lot of taxes and have it wasted on stupid crap. Yeah, I know there's a lot of dumb people in America who vote for dumb politicians and they post dumb things on Twitter and then I have to make fun of them. And sometimes there's more dumb people than I can make fun of. There usually is. But I think, honestly, I think the dumb people posting stupid shit on Twitter is probably only 15% of the country. I think most of the country, maybe even less than that. It's always the most annoying, like 1 or 2% that cause all the trouble for everybody else. And so most people just want to live their life in peace. They want their private property rights enforced. If I make something, if I build something, if I buy something, it's mine, and I don't want you to take it away. You can go build or create or buy or earn your own thing. And maybe I'll help you do it because I'm not a jerk all the time. But you can't be a jerk to me either and expect me to give you free stuff because I've got my own problems, just like you have yours. And so, is that a liberal thing? Is that a conservative thing? I don't care. I think most labels are stupid anyway. So I like Vermin Supreme because he obviously doesn't give half a shit about what other people think. He's going to go out there and he's going to advocate for the things that he believes in. And he's been doing it for a really damn long time. I mean, look at that beard. That beard does not grow overnight. Dude has put some work into that. And he's still cool. You know, he's a down-to-earth, chill guy. And he cares about normal people. And he does a lot of advocacy for normal people stuff. Yeah, he also does some crazy things because, hey, it's a great way to get attention on the internet. I bet he hasn't spent hardly anything on paying for his campaign. He just lets the memes spread through the internet. So maybe he can run our country that efficiently too. Do I think he's going to win? No, not a chance in hell. Am I going to vote for him anyway? Yeah, sure. Why not? So anyway, that's my endorsement. Vermin, I hope that you like my endorsement. If not, well, I did the best I could. I'm not good at political endorsements. And I did my very best to keep the boot on my head. Next time I'll just have to ask you where you got such a large boot, because my head is too big for my boot. Either that or my feet are too small. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see everybody later. Goodbye.